And I usually take my little dog on the train with me, and this is to tell you that I've sadly now lost him. His lead got caught in the doors of the train, and he was left hanging until his body was found in the tunnel at 10 o'clock that night. I was on my way to go and meet my son, who was arriving on the Eurostar, and in St Pancras station, and I also had clothing with me because I was then going on to stay with my daughter in Bermondsey. So I had 2 bags. One of them contained my little dog Jonty's feed, and so I had the 2 bags and my walker, which I need for getting along the station any distance walking, and my little dog was on a short lead. When the train arrived, which was the 2:05 to London, the doors opened. By that time there was nobody else around, and I managed to get 1 bag into the carriage on the floor, and then reached up to get my little dog in, and the doors just without warning closed and caught my hand, which I managed to get out of the doors, but the dog's lead got caught in the doors, and next minute the train left the station and I couldn't retrieve the lead, and the last thing I saw of my little dog Jonty was his body dangling from the coach as the train left the station. And I then realized, when after screaming and hammering on the door, I realized as the train disappeared towards the tunnel that the driver wouldn't have been able to see me because there was a bend in the platform. I don't want to blame the driver, because if he'd been able to see down the side of the train, then I could have blamed the driver, because that was the only carriage that had specific seats for disabled. It's written, the sign on the train, that I felt particular attention should have been paid to that area. What that desperately needs doing, because I was doing everything right. I went to the particular place to catch that coach. I had been told before, so I knew that that's where I was, and it was only when I saw the train going and I looked towards the driver to see if I could attract his attention by waving as well as the screaming. I realized he actually wouldn't have been able to see me, and that is definitely a problem. Change the platform to straight, so the driver could see. But why wasn't somebody monitoring the CCTV? Did the driver have CCTV? I haven't found that out yet. Why wasn't anybody in the station watching to see? Because I took time. I couldn't get there quickly, and I couldn't just jump up onto the train. I needed assistance between the bags and my walker and my dog. So that can be rectified. I never want to travel on that train again until something is done to make it easier for disabled people.